I was just driving my grandma Chevrolet from South Carolina to Maryland. I take the jet.
It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the reigning AFC champs. Coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in week 1 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Blues. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back to throw now on second and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on third down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Jones. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Oh, he shifts past him. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. 2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Love. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway. That helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try to run the option here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
He's going to keep this again.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, there's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 41, Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Mahomes.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Mahomes now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's a give up the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. It's Andrews. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Blues will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 8. Mahomes going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in Charlotte, Baltimore in town to take on Carolina. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 71 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out, and they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes to throw once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And this one is right through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll go option to the short side. Nifty move. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Blues are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way the season has started out.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's going to try and take off with it.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The left side completion to Jones.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll give him 8 that time, and now it's 3rd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's second and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Mahomes. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. From the 41, Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Adams.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Mahomes.
And my goodness, another interception. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
To try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Well, the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff running through the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the home team here, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.